Hello my gorgeous Aries, this is your weekly horoscope tarot card readings and it's in between the actual 13th and the 19th of June 2022. So this weekly horoscope tarot card forecast is for you my gorgeous Erini, and it's in between the 13th and the actual 19th of June 2022. You see, when it comes to the actual beginning of this week, you need to pay attention to this because this is going to be quite important in order to actually not to get an incorrect advice. There is the only way that you can go around, there is the only way that you can go about, and the only way that I'm talking about here, and that I really think that it's so important at this moment in time, is to absolutely 1,000,000% to trust your own intuition. Because even even if you kind of make a wrong decision or whatever, it still needs to come primarily from you, from how you feel, from what you are thinking, from what you are focusing on. This is all part of your spiritual journey. Even if you get things wrong, it doesn't really matter. This is to do with an important aspect of your life that is going to bring you a great opportunity within quite few weeks to come, within the next few weeks to come, indeed. So this is why you can't really go wrong, because even if you kind of make the wrong choice or make the wrong decision when it comes to that advice or an incorrect advice at the beginning of the week, it really doesn't matter, because very soon after that moment in time you are going to have another opportunity which is not going to be exactly the same, but it is going to share lots of similar elements. The bottom line is that it's all leading towards exactly the same thing, so it doesn't matter. So now my gorgeous Erini, you can prepare yourself for this. So you see, because you're going to be finding yourself kind of wondering a lot, questioning a lot. You're going to question your life a lot, you're going to question yourself a lot, at around the beginning of the week, and that in itself, it's pretty much so, it's all going to point down towards you, a kind of like a needing the certain advice. But the problem is that needing and wanting the certain advice, this is exactly how you're going to feel. But the problem is that the only way for you to kind of make the most of things is just to follow your intuition. It is not about going outside and asking for advice at all. It's all about the way you feel. And also you must understand and you must remember to kind of try to ignore and avoid the actual influences from the outside that could be affecting you so much, because a lot is going to be happening throughout the week on the outside, but nothing to do with your life in particular, nothing to do with your life as such. But it is going to be quite lots of strange things and lots of strong things that you're going to kind of hear and become aware of, and they're going to make you wonder lots of questions about not only about your life but also about looking at the bigger picture, and so this is the essence that you're going to need to be aware of when it comes to your own balance. So when it comes to that incorrect advice that I'm talking about at the beginning of the week, it's all going to happen with you feeling very strongly like you want to kind of, a lot is going to be on your mind, but primarily you will want to kind of make a quite big and important step. You're going to feel very strongly, but then again you're going to feel at the same time like you want to have an advice. Just remember, do not take any advice. This must come from you. No matter where you are at, no matter what you are doing in life, no matter what you are focusing on at this moment in time, I always say and I always stress how important our intuition is. It's our spirit, it's our soul is guiding us. Of course, it's always important, but at this moment in time, this is something that is going to really kind of get you much quicker and much sooner to the point in life that you have been wondering about for quite some time now, for the last 24 months, for example. These are very much so elements that are connected to the last 24 months indeed. So this is why this is going to be so important when you feel like you need to have an advice. So that advice is going to be like a little bridge, little bridge that you need to cross over in order to kind of have some kind of reassurance more than anything else over the things that you have been focusing on. So just remember to trust your intuition. Because by trusting your intuition, this is most importantly going to actually cause just a bit of a temporary distraction, just a little bit of temporary distraction. But then again, that temporary distraction is going to be such an important stage, an important period in your life, because it's going to help you to kind of reconnect yourself with yourself. But then again, you will see that this was needed, because that will show you the lack of understanding. You see, so you will be able to understand something really so big here after this moment in time, especially when it comes to that temporary distraction that you're going to feel. And that in itself, it's going to be brilliant, because it's going to help you to protect yourself from the actual lack of success in the future. And it's also going to help you to protect yourself, from an unexpected failure, for example, later on. Because what you're going to become aware of, it's not only going to make you so much wiser, it's going to make things so much more meaningful for you. It's not only that, but at the same time, this is going to start the process of you releasing yourself from the, very much so the very negative stage of your life, where you have found yourself feeling like you're in some kind of a bondage, because it's all about now beginning of understanding, you see, and also at the same time reaching towards something so big and so important. So by the time you get to the midweek, you're already going to become aware of the fact that there are certain delays that are slowly coming to an end, because suddenly you are gonna come across a rather unexpected good luck, and you're gonna like this, because that good luck in itself, it's also gonna show you the way, what you can have, what you can do, what you can achieve, what you can buy for yourself, how you can reward yourself. And these elements are all gonna be contributing towards you having this wonderful motivation as well. And somebody quite successful in your life at around the midweek is going to play such an important role. Somebody who is quite successful, somebody who's really good person, somebody who's really interesting, somebody who is really clever, when it comes to their spirituality, but they're clever in so many other ways, as well. So that particular person is in your life, and it's going to motivate you so beautifully. This beautiful motivation is going to come from that person, and then it's going to be like bam, 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 such a brilliant moment, beginning of something so amazing here. And you will see and you will know, because suddenly you're going to feel very, very enthusiastic. Suddenly you're going to feel so optimistic, and even more so, you are going to become aware of a whole new initiative here. I like it so much, because it's all purely the way you feel, and the way you respond to your feelings and emotions are going to be telling you and letting you know and guiding you along your own journey with your own happiness, and showing you the next stage, the next path of your life. So it's all about something new, it's an initiative, something new is going to come through, something new is going to come forward. But these are only the beginnings, and at that moment in time you will know, oh my God, there's so many possibilities that you're going to have through this. This is brilliant. But let alone anything else, it's gonna create this kind of a really healthy obsession, if I can say that. It's a healthy obsession. I know obsession is kind of a negative-ish word, but a healthy obsession is a really kind of a lot when it comes to our own passion, and us rediscovering ourselves again, and us healing ourselves through our own passion. And this is exactly what is going to happen here, and you will see what was actually missing in your life as well. Slowly but surely, these are only the beginning, and that in itself is going to be very, very much so a meaningful experience. You're almost going to find this rather adventurous in so many different ways. By the time you get to the actual last part of this week, you see, it's all about your development, and it's all about you trusting yourself, and it's all about you having faith in yourself. So these are good points, my gorgeous Erini. This is important. By the time you get to the last part of this week, you are just gonna be facing this situation when you will just know, you will feel thirsty for knowledge, you will want to know more, you will want to find out more, you will want to read up more, you will want to kind of throw yourself in all sorts of a different ways where you can kind of learn more. There is the actual knowledge that is going to become irrelevant. You know, the respect for knowledge at the end of the week. So it's all about what exactly do you need to learn more? What exactly do you need to read up more? Because as soon as you start this process, you're going to start something else, something deep, something very powerful. And that in itself, it's going to like kind of, oh my God, it's going to like just out of the blue, just you reading and finding out and kind of brushing up on your own passion. And what this is, it's also at the same time going to really kind of make you aware of so many other things, especially when it comes to the actual, you know, the ideas, that a remarkable ideas gonna come out of this. And this is brilliant. And there is another loyal person at the end of the week who's also a wonderful person who is going to play an important role here. And they're not going to tell you this directly, but through somebody who's very loyal in your life, somebody who's very important in your life, you are going to really know that this is the right this is the right thing to do. Especially when it comes to the actual wise investment. This is one of the wisest investments in your life that you could actually make, that you could actually start, that you could actually begin. And this is just the beginning, my gorgeous Aries. So this is why this is so important. And also, this is going to be the beginning of a way out of the part of your life that dominated you in a very negative way, where you've just felt for way too long, like like your hands were like a tie behind your back, and you didn't like that. So this is all about your own movement, your own spiritual movement. You're allowing yourself to be yourself, but also trusting your intuition. You know, your intuition needs to be above absolutely everything else. You know, there is going to be really remarkable insight as well that it's going to come to you when you least expect it. So this is going to happen at around the end of the week, and an insight that I'm talking about, it's either going to come to you like as soon as you wake up in the morning, suddenly you're going to feel very strongly like you want to kind of brush up on a certain part of your life. It's going to give you clarity as well through this kind of feeling of very much so courageous and confident. You know, there is an insight that you are going to have, or when you wake up in the morning first thing, or it's going to be like when you are meditating, or when you're chilling and relaxing, and suddenly something is going to come to you. You must pay attention to what this is, because this in itself is about to bring you to a whole new door which are about to open for you, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Aries, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Aries. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.